Hey, everybody. My name is Tamika Thomas, and I am your life and relationship coach. And I want to welcome you to the bonus content for the Be Iconic event. Do you realize that in order for you to grow a sustainable business, you must heal in order to build? And you do this through your story. In today's training, I want to show you how I have been able to master this using a proven framework and doing the things that God has called me to do. In my brother Darren's voice, hey icons, you have clicked on the right video if you are ready to heal and build. I believe in a few cornerstones that I want to teach you today that are going to help you scale your business to that 6 or 7 figure. I believe that we are supposed to turn our trials into treasures. I know that those things happened, but remember, as the saying goes, they happen for you and not to you. I also believe that it is important for us to lift as we climb. I believe that we all have the power to really dismantle the narrative that it's lonely at the top. And when you start your business, you have to do it all by yourself. As you are climbing, if you lift people up with you that are willing to go, we're not dragging people, we're lifting people that are willing to build with us. That makes building our business and healing those areas of our life a lot easier. The next thing that I believe is when we open up, we can restore all the years that feels like that they are lost. If you have clicked on this video or if you've attended Darren's event, what I know about you is that you're not new to this, you're true to it. What I know is that you have literally been putting your feet to the plow and your hands to the plow. You have been doing all the things to build your business, and year after year, month after month, day after day, it feels like nothing is happening, that there's no harvest. But what I know for sure is there is a supernatural power that can restore all the years of things that you have planted. All you have to do is open up to receive those things. The other thing I believe is you can I already said that, turn those trials into treasures. So those are the three core things that we are going to stand on. In order for us to articulate today's training, I wanted to do it through a PowerPoint because there's something very powerful in when we see things. These are our eye gates. These are the openings to our mind. And when we see things, when we see someone else that is able to do it, it allows us to do it. Before I share my PowerPoint, let me tell you a little bit more about me. So, I am the CEO of Tuesday with Tamika. I built my company from a place of pain, but since then, I have transitioned and I continue to build from a place of healing because pain is not a sustainable place for us to build. So years ago, I used to go to a continuation school, and the teacher and I would go there to teach and to inspire and to encourage and to motivate the young girls there. These were young moms, some of them as young as 16 years old, already on their second or third child. And I believe that I had a gift to this world. And part of it was for me to help people that were from a broken place restore and recover. The thing about restore, that word, let me touch on that for just a minute. That word literally means to bring back to its former state. So, God can restore your business. He can restore your life. He can restore your mindset. He could restore your belief. Some of you, that's what you need this for. You need restoration in your belief and in your mindset. And so, with those girls, those young girls, I would come every Tuesday. The teacher would write on the board, it's Tuesday with Tamika. And so when I was wanting to name my brand, something inside of me said, use what's in my hand. And that's key right there. If you have not noticed, I'm going to be dropping some gems in this training. So make sure you grab your pen, you grab a good notebook for you to be able to write and for you to be able to take some notes because I am going to coach you into healing and building the life of your dreams. So, restoration literally means to bring back to its former state. So it does not matter where you were. There is a supernatural speed when you get into spaces like Darren has created, when you get into spaces like my company, when you get into spaces and connect with people that have already done what you're looking to do. So let's get into today's training. I am going to share my screen and we are going to get into this powerful, powerful lesson on healing and building, turning your pain into profitable purpose. One of the number one questions that I get asked is, what is my purpose? And I often tell the women that I am truly blessed and lucky to serve that your purpose is found in your pain, but you have to unlock it and to walk into your design assignment and alignment. I feel like I need to pause really quickly because alignment is key. Alignment, that word, alignment. Years ago, my husband was in a car accident and he had to go to the chiropractor and he had to get adjusted. He had to, weekly, he would have to go and get adjusted and get aligned because when he didn't, he walked funny. So many of you are walking funny in your business. You're walking funny through life because there's no alignment. In today's training, we are going to explore how God transforms our deepest wounds into his most powerful business ministry. Your past isn't just something that you overcome, it is the foundation and the unique calling for a profitable purpose. Today, we are going to learn how to walk in alignment and walk that straight path that was originally designed for us. So, my beginning was filled with childhood trauma. But a lot of times we get stuck in the trauma and we don't know how to stand on our story. Instead, we stand in it. And when we do that, we only attract broken people. I had a lot of neglect. I had deep wounds. I actually had a marriage that ended in divorce. And I thought I reached my breaking point after an attempted suicide attempt. But God had other plans for me. Through my healing journey, through constant and consistent journaling, prayer, meditation, looking myself in the mirror with this practice that I call mirror work, telling myself what I'm proud of, what I forgive myself for, what I plan to do, what I promise myself. When I started to do that, doors not only begin to open, but they begin to swing open. I begin to see opportunity in dark places. My private prayers transformed into podcast episodes. My private prayers turned into a New York a Barnes and Noble bestseller. I have written several books and it have all been birthed from a place of healing those past traumas. Tearful testimonies evolved into speaking engagements. I have been blessed to speak all over the country. I have spoken to hundreds of thousands of youth at women's events, women that are hungry to hear the testimony. And why am I sharing this? Because what the enemy tried to bury me, God used to build me. And I believe the same can happen with you. So I hope you have that pen and that notebook because I need you to write this down. I need you to write down this divine flow. In my business, I help women become her, healed, elevated, and restored. The first step is to heal. You have to address hidden wounds that are holding you back. Literally open up. There's this process that I call like skin to skin. I don't know if any of you that are watching are mothers or even fathers, and you had the opportunity as soon as your baby is born, the first thing that they do is they lay that baby on your chest and they allow the baby to get their nervous system really to be regulated in order for them to regulate the baby and for the baby to be able to feel safe and feel secure and feel open. We have to allow God to restore us, allow Him to heal what was broken. But you have to do this without editing. So often we edit our story. How, Tamika? That's why I hear you. I hear you. I got you. I hear you saying, how do we edit? We say things like, yes, but my parents only did the best they could with what they had. We're editing. We're literally taking a highlighter, whiteout. Remember back in the day when we used to use whiteout and we would white out that mistake that we made. When we acknowledge it, it has to just be. Your narrative of what happened in your childhood, in that marriage, in that relationship is your narrative. And it is okay for you to freely speak that without condemnation, without fear of being judged. You have to address those hidden wounds. One of the things that I truly believe is we cannot heal what we hide. And so often we hide behind that whiteout. We hide behind the editing because we don't want to make other people feel bad, but you're the one that's secretly suffering. Once you heal, hope you're writing this down, then you're able to build. We partner with God to design our dreams. We co create with the Creator, and He expands your vision far beyond what you even thought was possible. How do I know that to be true? Because He's done it for me, and He's willing to do it for you. Whatever you believe, even if you don't believe in the same way that I believe, this is not an indictment. This is not me pushing my religion on you. This is me just sharing some simple steps that will allow you to heal and build using that pain. So, what you want to do is you want to partner. You want to partner with yourself first and foremost. It is time for you to say yes. So, with that pen, with that notebook, I want you to write yes on that paper. I want you to declare it with your mouth that this will be the year. This will be the time that you no longer look at everyone else uh, doing the business, writing the books, starting the podcast, but you are ready to build the life of your dreams. The third step is it's time for you to reveal, to boldly step into that voice, to boldly be visible. Your testimony becomes a microphone to your marketplace ministry, to your impact. The other thing that I believe on is we live a life to inspire and not impress. But once you are revealed, people that have been hungry for your voice, hungry for your services, hungry for your products will literally emerge because you have done the hard work. Healing births vision, building births movement, revealing births impact. Let's say that again. I want you to make sure you write that down, highlight it, star it, circle it. Healing births vision, building births movement, revealing births impact. So why do you struggle? I feel you. I feel your energy. I feel that you're excited. You're like, oh, Tamika, you're coming with the fire. I love this. I'm locked in. I'm tuned in. But we have to talk about the hidden roadblocks that keep you struggled, that keep you stuck, that keep you in the state of struggling. Have you ever been driving in a direction and without warning, there is a detour? Without warning, there's a roadblock? It could literally set you back miles, minutes, days, even if you're not paying attention. So, this is why it is very important for us to identify it. I hope you're ready. The first one is competing goals. I remember when God told me that I had competing commitments. There were things that I was doing that were totally out of alignment, there's that word, with what He had called me to do. And what does that equal? No momentum or very little. When we try to pressure every good idea into one, or pursue, I'm sorry, every good idea all at once, we end up scattered, stalled. God calls us to focus and to walk in obedience and not frantic activity. So when you're trying to do too many things, you guys remember the saying where people would say that they're a jack of all trade. We don't want that. We want to hone in on what we were called to do. We want to hone in on that very special and powerful thing that only you can do. Write this down right here. What can you do? What can you delegate? What can you delete? That helps us to eliminate competing goals when we realize there are some things that only we can do. And those are the things that you want to do and you want to do well. There are some things that you need to delegate. I don't know who needs to hear this, but it's time to hire that virtual assistant. There are some things that you have to delete completely. Why are you doing all the pickup and drop offs? I know you're a mom. I know you love your kids. I know all of those things, but it's time to delegate some of those tasks or delete those tasks. The second thing, the reason why we struggle, fear of visibility equals perfectionism. When you're waiting for the aesthetic to be perfect, when I look back, you guys, at some of my very first videos on YouTube, baby, I had a whole curtain in the background of me. I didn't have this cute little setup. I had sheets that I had push pins in the walls that were holding them up, trying to make a makeshift background. When I look at even my physical appearance, I was 20, 30 pounds heavier. I didn't have the makeup or the hair or the nails or any of those things. But I had to keep going. We hide our gifts and we stay in this waiting period for the perfect timing instead of stepping into faith. Take a deep breath. Remember, God qualifies the called, not the other way around. You don't have to wait for things to be perfect. You just have to go and everything will unfold. Spiritual warfare in our business is a real thing. The enemy attacks and threatens the kingdom most. Your business isn't just about profit, it's about eternal impact. Some things are caught, some things are taught, some things are sought, but some things are bought. This is why you have to invest into the next level, because when that spiritual warfare happens, you have to have a coach that pours into you. I actually had a client that reached out to me because she was doing this series, and the series was about her using her voice, and she was stuck. And I said, well, duh. When you are stepping boldly into your calling and you're helping other people use your voice, what do you think is going to happen to you? But that doesn't mean you stop. That means that you push through. That means that you go through the wilderness. Even if you have to use a flashlight, you keep moving. All right, let's move on. So let's talk about divine momentum. These are some reflection questions because I'm a real coach, y'all, and I want you to ask yourself, what's keeping you stuck in your business right now? I want you to write that down and I want you to answer it honestly. What has God already told you to do, but you keep delaying? Where do you feel resistance when thinking about stepping into your calling? What past pain are you avoiding that might actually be the seed to your purpose? Take a moment, journal these answers. They reveal where divine momentum and flow is in your business. So let's hop into this, you guys. Here's the foundation. For healing, we have to do forgiveness work. Release yourself and others from the burden of unforgiveness. This isn't just spiritual, this is entrepreneurial freedom. Restore your self worth. Reclaim your identity in Christ. Your value isn't in your performance, but in your position. It's not in your performance, but it's in your position. Inner healing. Use mirror work. Literally, grab a mirror or grab your phone, look yourself in the mirror, and speak the truths, affirmations about yourself. Journal to your younger self. Invite her to leave the scene. She doesn't need a head row anymore in your life. You are the main character. You're given main character energy, sis. Use these wounds. These are the wounds that affect your business and your decision making. Oh, this is powerful. Until you heal the mother wound, you cannot price your services correctly. This is directly from me, you guys. Let me read that again. Until I healed my mother wound, I could not price my services correctly. I felt unworthy. The moment I did that hard work, prices went up, clients went up, visibility went up, we up. Build and co-create with God. This is how you do it. Identify your core message. Use tools. There are so many tools at our hands. There is zero reason why you are not healing, building, and revealing. Use tools like Answer the Public. These are research questions that your audience is talking about. So, for example, if you are a fitness guru, type in what are people asking about losing weight? What exercises are they trying to do, or they wanting to know more about? How do moms that are stay-at-home moms exercise? How do busy CEOs incorporate exercise into their busy day? You're going to literally put those questions into answerthepublic.com. It's going to shoot out answers for you. That's what you create your content on. That's how you co-create. That's how you build your brand and your business. Design your signature offer, create ebooks, start the podcast, use digital products. Now, when we say that digital products is one of those things that is like trending, this is your course. This is your signature offer. This is your package. This is what you are giving to your clients and your customers. Package your testimony and to help to transform others. Brand authenticity. Mm. Develop a business presence that honors God. If you're a believer, your business should honor God without conforming to worldly marketing tactics. It's possible. I've been able to do it. I hope you're still taking notes. Establish DMO, daily modes of operation. So, what are you doing every day? Every single day, I write a list of the things that I'm doing in my business and I cross them out as I complete them. Now, listen, we don't operate in overwhelm. So, we're not doing 50 million things. We're working to our capacity, but we're also not shrinking to our stress or the environment that we're in. We're pushing ourselves. Focus on IPA, income producing activities, every single day, reaching out to clients. Oh, I don't have any clients, Tamika. I've never worked in this space. If you've ever given anybody any type of advice, if you've ever been the friend that people have called on to vent about, those are your clients. Now it's time for you to reach out to them and let them know that you're doing a business. Gary Vee said something last week. I was watching one of his videos and I was like, that's such a great idea. That's such a income producing activity. He said to go on your phone, hit record a 10 to 15 minute, 10 to 15 second video. Hey, my name is Tamika. I just started a business where I help women heal and build. I would love to work with you to offer you a free clarity class call. If you are not available, please send this to somebody that is looking for a coach in this session. Boom. Send it to all your contacts. Let them know that this will be the only time that you're going to be scammy or you're going to do those things. But I guarantee your business will start picking up and giving momentum. People actually love to support people that they see are doing well. Reveal. Your voice is a weapon. Visibility is not vanity, it's obedience. You will never be relevant if you're not visible. Your testimony cannot transform lives if it stays hidden. Learn to sell without apology. I tell my community, I teach the ladies in my community that we don't sell, we serve, and we do it without apology. I serve people to the best of my ability and to what they desire. You offer solutions to the problems that people have been praying for. Remember that. You offer solutions to the problems that people have been praying for. Tony Robbins has this formula that he calls the pattern break formula. This is how we step out of our own head, out of doubting ourselves, and into revealing who we truly are. The first thing you have to do is you have to identify the limiting patterns. Identify it, bring it to the forefront. These are the things that are causing me to stay in this unhealthy pattern. Interrupt the negative cycle. Okay, so now I know the reason why I'm continuing to stay in this cycle is because I'm scrolling on social media all day. How do I interrupt that? I put a timer on my phone, or I put a time limit on my phone that I'm only going to be on social media for 1 hour. I'm interrupting the negative cycle, and then I replace it with a God-centered truth. What's the truth? I'm productive. I work well. I step into the calling. People are looking for the products and services that I have, so I need to show up authentically. I didn't just start speaking and coaching and writing. I decided to stop hiding, and so can you. Here's ways to multiply your once you have healed, once you're building, and once you're revealing, it's time to make some money. And here are some ways that you can do it. You can do coaching. I absolutely love coaching. It is one of my favorite income producing activities. So you transform people's lives through one-to-one or group coaching. With the family size that I have and all of the other things on my plate, group coaching is what makes sense to me, but I did start with one-on-one coaching. Speaking platforms, there are tons of people that are looking for speakers. In fact, once you finish this training, I want you to Google speaking events in my area and type in your particular niche. If you are a mom that helps other moms of children with disabilities, type it in, and then you're going to shoot your shot. You are going to pitch yourself as a speaker. Digital products, package up that wisdom. Your life, nothing happened. Remember what I said. It didn't happen to you, it happened for you. Now you package up all that wisdom and you share a digital product. The great thing about digital product is you don't have any inventory. You ain't got to store a whole bunch of books. You literally create the ebook, create the coaching program, create the thing, and then send it directly to your client's ebook. All right, so how do we know that our business is directly directed by God? We have to hear him in our business. And so here, this is how we know that we're hearing from God. You'll have dreams and visions during your prayer time. Are this there will be times that God will require you to literally be still and wait on him. Spirit-led journaling sessions. Grab that pen, grab that journal, and just write. Be led, and the plan, the blueprint, the coaching program, it will all be revealed to you. Fast from distractions. There are many of times that I take the social media off my phone. I take it away because I need to hear clearly. That's one of my biggest distractors. Set up systems. Systems. Oh, one of a really great book that I love is Atomic Habits by James Clear. And he says we rise and fall to the level of our systems. So you want to, oh, there it is there. We don't rise to the level of our goals. We fall to the level of our systems. So you want to plan weekly have a calendar, weekly have your non-negotiables, the things that only you can do, write those out. Daily spiritual check-ins, check in with yourself, monthly launch rhythms. So you want to write the vision, make it plain, and stick to that launch. Don't allow fear to make you feel like you're stuck in quicksand. Push past and launch that thing, launch it. All right, ladies. I hope that this training has been beneficial to you. I hope that you have things that you could walk away with, that you can say, you know what? I am ready. I'm ready to heal. I'm ready to build, and I'm ready to reveal my voice. I want you to continue to tap into Darren's community. He has a wealth of resources. There's a great saying that says, proximity is power. When we are surrounded by people that are doing the thing that we desire, we are 10 times faster to get that result. I pray that this training has blessed you. Until we meet again, Coach Tamika signing out. Bye bye.